Hello everyone, welcome to another cricket analysis related video by Team Slidescope. In this part, we are analyzing data of all test playing nations of all the matches that they have played or any kind of format from year 1877 to 2025. And here we have a simple dashboard like this where you can see neck to neck performance between two different teams. For example, let's say we want to see India versus Sri Lanka, count of matches, number of matches by different formats, then count of matches by winner count. And if you want to see performance in a particular format, for example in ODI, then you can see they have played 171 matches. India has won 99 of them and Sri Lanka has won 59. 11 no result, and you can see tied 2. So on the basis of whatever different type of attributes are given for a winner value, you will be able to see the performance for South Africa, Ireland, England, Bangladesh, Australia, Afghanistan, etc., West Indies. So you can select team 1 and then you can keep selecting team 2. And we also have matches by year, number of matches that they have played by year. So you can see this simple slider. Next thing is we also have a match details page. So in the match details page, suppose when I selected India versus West Indies and I select India, I drill through to that particular page. So now this page will start showing me format wise number of matches by year, and when India was winner, like how many matches have they won, like India has won most number of matches in 2022. And obviously you can do a lot more with this drill through features. I will just introduce you with it. Here team 1 is India and team 2 is West Indies. So winner is India. So you can see different cases, and obviously in order to work with this dashboard, you have to make sure that you have selected them. Whatever DAX need to be calculated, you will learn that as well. For example, how to calculate these dynamic measures, how to calculate matches between two simple teams, how to calculate total number of matches with simple DAX queries, calculated tables. This is going to be very interesting if you are a cricket fan. So this is going to be interesting for you and insightful for you as well. So let's get started. The data set that we are going to use in this project is this cricket all teams all matches data set that was updated 21 days ago. So it has information of matches that were played from 1877 to year 2025, and in the data set we have information of team 1, team 2, winner, margin, ground, match date, scorecard. So with the help of this simple data set, and most important thing is what kind of match it was, so we can create a very simple dashboard where we can analyze neck to neck performances of team 1 against team 2, how many times a particular team has won test matches, T20 matches, what is their favorite ground, by what margin have they won the match, what is the biggest margin, lowest margin, etc. This kind of analysis or these kind of insights can be gained from the data set. To analyze the data, we will simply click on get data, text CSV, and we will simply connect the CSV file here. So this will load the data of all the matches that we have. Here you can see we have one problem, that names are appearing as column instead of the proper headers that we have. To fix this, we will go to transform data, and here it will open Power Query Editor for us. And in Power Query Editor, we will simply click on this table icon over here and use first row as header. This will fix the problem. and we will simply close and apply. So this way you will be able to see now the data is loaded, and here we will simply add a simple text box. In the text box we will mention what we are trying to do here. So all teams, all matches, cricket, and let's see from, so I've just written it as cricket 1877 to 2025 test playing nations matches data analysis. I'll align it to center, use font size 28, and I will just make it bold. I will align it left. Okay, we can close this, and I think 24 will be sufficient. Yes, and after making the heading size 24, I will just choose a font size something like this one. Now for this, as I mostly do, I will just give it a visual border. I select a border color equal to the same as the font color and give it a rounded shape. So it shows like this. And then we have some space over here where we can actually add some images. So I'll just do it like this. We'll insert some images. To insert images, go to insert tab, image, and in my assets folder I do have some images so related to cricket, and you can download these images from, I can find a website or Canva, or even you can ask ChatGPT to generate a sample image for you. I will simply copy the formatting from here and format painter, paste it here. So this is cricket 87 test playing nations matches analysis. Let's save the file. So we have the data now. Now here we have most of these values that we have are categorical values. So first thing we can do is we will add some slicers first of all. So let's add a slicer for team 1, and it will automatically pick all the distinct values. So in team 1 we will add a field here as a slicer, and it will automatically show data like this. For this visual we will go to slicer settings. In slicer header, let's increase the font size, font color. Let's select any font color, make it bold. These are values, so we can select a particular color for values as well, make them bold. So this will bring us team 1, and in general effects we will enable some kind of border, shadow, color, or shadow color. Let's keep it default. Border color, I will select this 12 pixel. Good. So we have the team 1 information, and we will select team 2. So let's create another filter. Let's clear all of them, and we will select team 2. So we will select team 2 here, not here. Just remove, and team 2. So now we have team 1 versus team 2. So in team 2 actually we have one more value. We have world 11 here. Now let's say we select England. So England have played matches with these teams as per the data set. So let's we can select India team. So matches where team 1 was England and team 2 was India. So we have a data like this. Next we will create a simple DAX query here. So go to modeling, measure, and hashtag matches, which is total number of matches. You can also write number of matches. I will use a very simple function called count rows, and I will put the name of table here. So this will basically count how many rows are there in the selection, right? So now if you will add a card here, so in the card, if you will just drag this, so these are the total number of matches. Okay, so in this visual, first of all I will disable the category label. In general, I will enable the title, and I will just write number matches, number of or count of matches. If there is any spelling mistake, please ignore. You can spend more time to correct that. So now we have count of matches here, 7793. Here also we will apply the same thing. Go to general effects, visual border, shadow, visual border as this color, whatever theme we are using, and this is count of matches 7793. Let's say we selected India, England. So when this is not all matches, but when team 1 is India and team 2 is England, they're showing that count of matches or number of rows where the selection is this, where team 1 is India and team 2 is England is 140. Similarly, you can reverse it also. For example, let's clear them. Team 1 is England and team 2 is India is 135. Okay. So you saw that when I selected India and team 2 as England, matches were 140. When I selected England and team 2 as India, matches were 135. If you will, you know, if you will sum them, it comes to 275. So that's how I have created this simple measure. In this measure, we are using the calculate function. In the calculate function, you write your expression. So expression will be count rows, like count how many matches are there. Then you will apply the filter. So it takes first parameter as expression, second as the filter. In filter function, and you will see you have to select the table first and then your filter expression. So we are selecting the table name here and our expression. So our expression is obviously table name team 1 is equal to India. So we are applying the filter. So it is like select star from cricket all teams, or select count match ID. So from your table where team 1 is equal to India and team 2 is equal to England, or so this is and this is or. Okay, so in the first combination it can be that team 1 is India and team 2 is England, and in the second combination it can be that team 1 is England and team 2 is India. So this, so that's why we are writing these two conditions inside this bracket. Okay, what we can do here, because the team name is because the table name is very long here, so we can simply write matches here. Obviously this may disturb this, so we will, sorry, we will again click on this, and you can see it is automatically changed. So now it is easier to understand. So count rows matches, filter matches, where you can see matches team 1 India, England, etc. So this is how, if you want to manually achieve this thing. And this is India versus England matches, New Zealand versus Pakistan matches, and so on. This is just a way to teach you how to do this thing, but later we will also try to do this dynamically. So here we will select a measure and we will drag this. Now, in order to further analyze which team has won more against the other team in head-to-head matches, so what we can do, we can add a simple donut chart here, and in the donut chart, let's use the width like this and height like this. First of all, I will copy the same formatting here. Now in legend we will select the winner because it is a categorical field. So you can see when India was selected as team 1 and team 2 is given as England. So in that case there are drawn England, India tied. These four results are possible obviously, and then we will add number of matches that we calculated as values. So you can see, if you will zoom it, you will be able to see that 73 matches were won by India, 38 times England won, 28 times matches were drawn, and 1 times they were tied. So this is matches by winner when team 1 is India, team 2 is England. For reverse case, let's say when team 2 is England, team 1 is India. So in that case, you can see in those cases 69 times England has won, like 51% of the cases. So based on your selection as a team 1 and as a team 2, if the teams are given, you can see winner values. And this now, let's say we want to analyze for test matches, we want to analyze for T20s and so on. So what we can do here, we can add a simple chart here. So first we will create this match and we will add a simple cluster bar chart here. So in the clustered bar chart also we will copy the same formatting and same styling. And in the cluster bar chart on x-axis we will try format, and on x-axis we will write number of matches. So you can see number of matches they have played as team 1 Australia and as team 2 India. They have played 80 ODI matches, 58 test matches and 17 T20. And if you just invert it like as team 1 India and team 2 Australia, you can see. So this is how you will be able to see the performance of these two teams against each other. But you can see whatever we are doing here, we just have to reverse everything. Like obviously count of match of 140. If we reverse it, for example, England versus India 135. But we actually want to see total values, right? So first of all, let's go to modeling and create a new table. And this table will use all the distinct values with a union of selected columns from team 1 and selected column values of team 2 as team. When you will create that, so all the team names will come here. If you will go, you can see all the distinct team names will appear. Now let's update the slicer. For now we will add one for team 1 and we'll update one for team 2. Just for reference, call it team 2, hit enter, and this one as team 1. So now you can see both of them have equal and same values. Whatever we do now, data will not change. Obviously these will be, related with each other. So Power BI will not let us do this, right? That we select from the same value. So we will create another table, and this table will be teams 2, which will be same as teams, and that's why we will get rid of this, and from teams 2 we will add it here. We will not relate them, so now it will let us select. So this is team 1 and this is team 2. Remember the step that we have created two separate tables with the same formula. Now if we simply go to, first of all we go to matches, modeling, and from here we try to create a new measure, and we call this measure as dynamic matches is equal to So here what we are doing, first we are creating two variables. One is the variable selected team 1, which will come from team table, which is the first table, and the selected value 2 will come from the second team. We will return if not is blank selected team 1 and not is blank selected team 2. Like if they are both not blank, calculate total number of matches with the count row, and then the simple fun, logical operation that either team 1 is equal to selected team 1 and team 2 is equal to selected team 2, or team 1 is equal to team 2 and team 2. Like either team A is equal to this or team B is equal to this. So this way, when you will select them logically, it it should come as a sum of these two values. So now let's create a simple copy of this, and this is dynamic matches. So this is total number of matches. You can see 208. If we select England, India, now you will always see the sum, and that's why in these different visuals that we have, we will use the dynamic measure. And now when we'll see performance, like if team 1 is England and team 2 is India, then India has won 113 matches, England 107, and 50 are drawn. This is across all formats. And format wise also, we will just drag the dynamic measure here, and they have played total 136 test matches. If we click it, so we'll be able to see test wise performance. So to give users a easy interactive filter, we will just provide them format as a filter here so that they can select. So first of all, we will copy the same styling, and so we have ODI, T20 and test, and we will go to slicer header. Let's select this color, make it bold. Now there is one more thing we can do. We can go to values and change their color, and we can make it like this. So this way, this most of the times whenever you are given data like this, team 1, team 2, company A, company B, or something that is that in both the cases either of them can be there, so you can calculate something like this. So this will always show total number of matches then, and whenever we have not selected anything, it will always be blank. So this is count of all matches. Okay, so this is count of all matches, and this is count of matches between these two teams. So this is something that we can just keep here. I'll reduce its width, and this is count of matches between these two teams, and this is dynamic matches by winner. So instead of calling it dynamic matches, we can simply call it matches, or count of matches by winner. So let's say you want to see their neck to neck performance in test matches. So in test matches, they have played 136 matches, out of which England has won 51 matches, and 50 of them are drawn, and 35 India has won 35 matches. So by doing a quick search, I can see that India have faced 10 teams in test cricket, most frequent opponent being England, against whom they have played 136 matches. India have registered more wins against England than against any other team with 35. So you can see we have 35 here, and we have 136 matches here. So kind of tells that we are doing it correctly. In T20s you can see the performance in ODIs. So in ODIs it says India has better chance of winning than England, 55.45% of cases, 61 matches, and this is something we can get. Played against 20 teams, they have played against Sri Lanka. So obviously here you can see England in Test cricket against England, won 36 matches, 36 won, lost 51, draw 50. In T20 or in ODI, 110 matches, 110, and won 61. So correct. So this way you can verify for other teams as well. And now we can add more filters here also. For example, we have added format like ODI, T20. We can also add ground as a filter. Like if you want to see neck-to-neck performance of India against England on a particular ground, and suppose today that match is going to take place, let's suppose. So you can find out what are chances of India winning against England or vice versa. So here instead of format we will use ground. Now in ground we will have more values, right? So that's why for ground we can use drop down as a filter. So for example, if we want to see their performance in Adelaide, one match, let's say in Bengaluru, they have played 8 matches and India have won 3 of them. And these, let's say ODI, so they have played 4 matches as ODI, and here England has won 2 of them. So in test matches, so this way you can select a ground and see their performance. Let's say at Lords. So how the Lord's name will be given. Is it given or not? It's given. So at Lords, you can see England has a great record, 60% of the matches. In ODIs, it is 4 to 3. In T20s, only 1 match. And in Test also, they have a better record. Now let's select India and let's select South Africa. So obviously in Lords they have not played any match. Neck to neck you can see South Africa's performance. In ODI South Africa, in T20 India better record, in test matches 18-16. So and on different grounds you can see. So this way you can see the use of Power BI when the data is given like this. So we are seeing the use of Power BI to see their neck-to-neck performances. Now there is one interesting thing here. Actually the match date is given like this. If it's a ODI match or a T20, obviously one date will be there. But for test matches it is given like July 2 to 7, July 23 to 28. So in another part we will deal with that, but right now I will simply go to transform data, and what I'm going to do is I will select match date and I will split the column by a delimiter. The delimiter that I will use is comma, because in comma separated we have year, and we will click OK. So this is match date 1, this is match date 2 now, and I will simply rename it as year. Okay. So now we'll close Power Query Editor, and now we will have a year column. So you can also create another filter, and if you want to learn cricket analytics, we have more than 50 such videos, whether it's IPL, test matches, ODI, or if you want to learn in online classes, then also you can contact us. So instead of ground we will just choose year, and let's say we want to see in 1877. Obviously in 1877 maybe Australia and England would have played. Yes, so two matches they played, and 1879 also 1880. So obviously later we can do something to make these filters also dynamic, like on the basis of selection of this we only get the names that were present at that time. Let's go to more recent events, for example in 2014. So in 2014 India versus, let's say, Sri Lanka. So count of matches was 7, and India won 5 of them and Sri Lanka won 2 of them. And if we filtered by test, no test matches were played, and 1 T20 and 6 ODIs were played. So this way you can filter it by year, and let's say in 2024 so far what has been the performance. Like for example, New Zealand showed a dominant performance against India in 2025. So which you can see here that in 2025, let's select New Zealand against India. We have two matches. It is showing ODI. In 2024, maybe it is 3 test matches, and New Zealand won all 3 of them. So, and you can also select like ICC World 11 versus Australia. In all the years, Australia has won 4 such matches. So this is how you can find out. Now let's keep selected. Let's select India Sri Lanka then. So now since we have selected year, we can also create a simple chart, like for different years how many matches have been played, and then based on our selection it will show the filters. So here we will create a line chart. On x-axis we will add year, and on y-axis we will add dynamic matches. So these are matches like from 2017, and it is showing it in the order of number of matches played. So here we have information of year name. So from here we can remove the title, and this way we can see. So in x-axis you can go and do some formatting. For example, if you want to increase the size of axis, we also have lines and markers. We can enable these markers and enable data values, how many matches were played. We can also copy the format painter, and this will be, instead of writing dynamic matches, we can simply rename for this visual as matches by year. And for this type of chart, obviously if you want to use, you can use a simple bar chart as well, or a column chart. So these are matches by year. If you will select ODI, you will see ODI T20 test matches by year between India versus Sri Lanka. And while analyzing, someone would also like to see like what are the selected teams here. So here we can, what we can do, or we can use a multi-row card here, and in multi-row card we can add team 1 name and team 2 name, or for example as we have done here, or not this, as we have done here. So we have created a variable selected team 1. Okay, so we can create a simple variable called st1, which is a simple measure here, and let's try to add the st1 name here. So India, and first of all we will disable the title here. So, or we can write selected teams. So India, and first of all we can also go to visual and call out values. Let's increase the, not this, but actually here in cards we have to increase the value of 20. And similarly, as we created st1, we can also create st2. You can create it in the main table also, but we are just doing it here. So this will be teams underscore 2 team, apply st2, and this is something we will just use in the multi-row card, st2. So selected teams are India and Sri Lanka now. Similar way, if we will select England, Australia, so selected teams England and Australia. So you can increase its height or width, but and from here in card you can align their position like top, bottom, left, right, wherever you want to show them. So let's say that we can show the outline, width, etc., padding, or give some background color. You have the accent bar color as well, whatever you want to select. So this is one way you can create two separate cards as well. So this is your choice. So this is how you can create a very simple chart to analyze cricket data played between 1877 to 2025, and for all test playing nations, and on the basis of your selection you can visualize the data. Now as we created this first summary dashboard, I have created another page here called match details. So I will just copy it and paste it here. So this, I will just call it year wise matches detail, or whatever you want to write, page. Let's correct it. So it will be year wise match details page. Let's use a different color, different type of font size for it, and align it in center. So here also, if you want to use the same, you can write, you can also bring team flags, etc. here as image. So now in this year wise match, we will add a simple clustered column chart. You can also add a stack column chart, whatever you want to prefer. And in this clustered column chart on x-axis, I will bring year information. On y-axis, I will bring number of matches information, so you can see. And in legend, I will bring format information. So like, what is the format value? So this is one chart I will create. If you want, you can change it to a stack column, so that this will also be helpful for us. And if you want to see the data, so you can enable data labels here. Then we will create another copy of it, and in the first of all we will reduce the height a little bit, and here instead of this we will also bring winner. So I will simply bring format, and then I will bring winner information here. So obviously in winner we would have more values. So in legend I will bring winner name here. Let it be. Now what I will do here simply is I will select the chart, and in drill through, okay, keep all filter, add drill through fields here. So in drill through fields, as here you can see, this is year. So I will add year as the drill through field, which will take us to this. Okay, by default year is all, and same as here we can add in drill through you can see year. If you want, for example, this is summary dashboard, let's say this, okay. So if you want to drag, for example, name of this country is also given. So if you want to add it as drill through, so you can add the name as well, okay. So we can add team from here as a drill through field. So basically here this is winner. So in drill through, let's add winner as well, okay. So here you will see in both cases winner is also selected. So now in summary dashboard, let's say I selected England versus Australia or Australia versus England, one and the same thing, and I want to see what happened in the year 1987. So I will right click here and drill through on match details page. So then I will be able to see, so for that particular year that we have selected there, what formats did they play. So they played ODI matches and test matches. So they played 74 ODIs and played 25 test matches. And matches by year and winner, you can see. So 14 West Indies, 19 Pakistan, because we have selected year. So this is matches by year and formats, like how many matches were played, okay. And if we also select winner name, so if we go to match details page by just selecting the winner name, so then you will see Australia. So how many matches has Australia won and how many matches by year and format has Australia won. So this is for where you can see winner is Australia, year is all, team is Australia, team is England. So when you see two team here, so first is the team 1 that came from a drill action, and second is team 2 which is England. So team 1 Australia, team 2 Australia, team 2 England, matches by year and format, how many of them have they played, and this is matches by year and winner. So this is how you can create a drill by year page. So this is match details page, and I will just write year, yearly or something. Then you can also do it for ground wise, like suppose you have the ground information, your ground wise details. You can also add margin wise details. Those type of things you can add here, which we will try to create in another part. So just try this simple example and see if you are able to create this dashboard. If you have any questions, you can ask them in the comment section. If you like this video or would like to see more cricket analysis or sports analysis videos, you can follow or subscribe to our channel. Thanks for watching. Have a nice day.